What's up, YouTube? It's been a while since I enticed you with my deep thoughts on things like Netflix and nude bras. I come to you again with some more food for thought. It all started with the IRS. My husband and I filed our taxes for 2012 earlier this year, as did everyone else in America, hopefully, unless you're evading your taxes, then you probably didn't. Anyway, we filed our taxes, everything went well. Yay, refunds! But then I started getting all these notices in the mail like, your social security number and your name don't match. Call us and explain why. And so I had to do all of that. I'm on hold forever, and it was big shenanigans. And I had to drive to the social security office, which was like, a good 25 miles away from my house, which really isn't that far. It's an inconvenience. And then I had to sit there in the social security office with all the other people there and get like stereotypical looks at me like, why is this person here getting welfare checks? She's milking the government. Finally, I get up to the desk. I'm finally called, my number's called, and I get to the desk and she's like, oh, you poor thing, let's look you up, you know? And she types in my name and my social security number, and then she's like, no, I mean, we have it updated. You know, you changed your name about a week after you got married. Must be something over there. Let me just hit this one button and make sure that they get this update. To the people at the Social Security office's credit, they were very lovely people. And so after all that, on my way home, on my long drive home, because I had to sit in Austin traffic, I really got to thinking about names and what they mean, you know, and why they matter. And it also got me thinking into just the institution of marriage as a whole. From a traditional perspective, you know, there's like this series of events that I think women have to go through when they get married that men don't. Traditionally, man proposes to the woman, hopefully she says yes. If she doesn't, I mean, they got some shit they need to talk about. But, you know, she says yes, and then she's engaged, and she has this physical marker showing, you know, every other man in the world, basically, that someone else has got dibs. And you are being of a great disrespect if you do not honor the dibs that have been dibbed, you know? But men don't have that. Men get engaged and traditionally, they don't have any physical indicator that they're taken. And so it's almost as if men can just easily walk away, if that makes sense. It's very misogynistic, like a lot. And I didn't realize that until I had to deal with the IRS. It's upsetting, like it's upsetting me, you know? Chris didn't have to sit on the phone with the IRS for like 5 hours and figure it out, you know? I had to, because I was the one that changed my name. All he has to do is like check a box, like I'm married now. And put a ring on, you know? I mean, and I'm not saying that men don't do things when they're married. Of course they do. They put in their fair share just as much as women do. But I think just within our society, there's a lot of misogyny, you know, about this whole name thing. I didn't realize the true value of my name until this, and also when I filed to get married. I didn't realize how much I appreciated my name and what it really meant to me until I had to change it. For me, it was really difficult because, you know, I go by my middle name. I go by Hallease, and I'm a freelancer, so my middle name, it's kind of the name you go by. It's kind of like your brand, almost, you know? It's how you label yourself, it's how people meet you, it's how you network. Your brand. And so I knew I couldn't drop it. I couldn't go by my true first name and not have my middle name somewhere in there. So I didn't want to hyphenate it because I didn't want to be that guy. So I really only had one choice, which was to just drop it altogether. And so technically on my marriage license, my maiden name isn't anywhere on it, you know? And that stings. Yeah, I'm married and I'm part of this other family now too, but I'm not forsaking my own. The Clemens blood runs strong through my veins, you know what I mean? And it's part of who I am. It's never gonna leave me. And I didn't realize how important proclaiming that part of me on paper was. I mean, now my My social security and my driver's license say all 4 names, and it's nice and long and ridiculous. But I like it that way. I like that it has all 4, and I like that I don't have to forsake the name I had. Knowing what I know now and kind of having this revelation inside me now, if I could go back, I don't know if I would even change my name at all, honestly. I think I would probably, I mean, well, obviously I would talk to my husband about it for a while before deciding what I did, but I don't know if I would change my name. And so I pose this to you, women who are thinking about getting married or engaged, or you don't even need to be engaged to think about what you want to be called. Think about it. What value do you hold on what you're called? What value do you hold on the letters that make up what people know you by? Whether it be from a branding perspective or a government perspective or personally. And what are you willing to give up, for the person you love? And that's my deep thought for the day. What do homosexual couples do, though? Like, real talk. Do they pick a name to go by? Do they do they change names at all? I don't know any homosexual couples that are legally married, so I can't ask anybody. That's a bummer.